Happy Halloween. Hey guys, me host Superstar, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's the Frankenstein NECA figure. I've been dying to open this since it arrived. It arrived a fair few weeks ago now, but I saved it for Halloween to do it as a part of these videos for you guys. So, this is the brand new Universal Monsters Frankenstein figure, and this is the black and white variant. Yes, they've released colour ones, black and white variants, and all sorts of other stuff. And I'm pretty sure there's a third Frankenstein at this point, right? But this is the black and white variant. I wanted the black and white one in this particular figure. The rest of my Universal Monsters I've actually ordered in colour. So like the Mummy and stuff's in colour. I didn't bother ordering a black and white variant, and they've just announced the Wolfman in black and white, but I'm sticking with colour. I probably will pick up another the coloured Frankenstein at some point, but I really like the look of this black and white one, and I think it does look like Boris Karloff enough to get away with being, to get away with this figure. Because I've noticed that with a lot of the Universal Monsters new products, they kind of look like the actor without saying it. I think that's due to licensing issues. I said that on the Dracula review and on the Jada Toys Frankenstein review. I think they look like it enough without saying it, and without having to pay the licensing to the character, to the family, I think. So if you look at the figure, it does look like Boris Karloff a little bit, but not overly, if that makes sense. Either way, the figure looks absolutely immaculate, and it looks amazing. So I can't wait to bust this guy out of the packaging and take a closer look. So let's go ahead and open him up, guys. I don't need to be kind to this packaging, because I'm not saving it. I'm never getting rid of this figure. I've been waiting for Universal Monsters for years. And at the moment, obviously, this year is like the 90th anniversary for a lot of them as well. I know it was for Frankenstein this year, it was the 90th birthday. And I think it's Dracula's as well. So a great time to get these figures. And in the coming days, guys, I won't be showing it in this particular video, but if you come back in a couple of days, you'll see that I'll do a review where I compare the Jada Toys figure to this NECA figure, and we'll see which is better, like articulation and stuff, which figure looks better, which came with the best accessories. We'll compare the two figs and we'll see how they hold up against one another. Because obviously you've got this NECA figure, which is on the expensive side, which is like nearly 30 quid. But the Jada Toys ones that they released are like 20 for like the Marvel Legends price point. So I really want to compare them side by side. I don't know why I said it like that, side by side. Put on a bit of an accent there. Right, so we've got some spare hands as well. Open that up. And we've got some accessories here as well. We've got the chains. We got some chains that came with the NECA, with the what do you call it one as well? We've got two lots of flowers. Okay. We'll just pop this packaging back together. And with it. Shove the little rope ties in. Now we got rid of it. Right, there we go. Yeet. So here he is out of the packaging, guys, looking really cool. I'm loving that face sculpt, first of all. That is super nice. Yeah, it does look like him a lot, and I'm loving these big platform shoes. Obviously, that's how they made Boris Karloff look even taller than what he actually was. They gave him these great big platform heels, like a solid block on his shoe. It also made him walk really like boom, boom. So I'm loving the fact that we've got three different sculpts. I love some of these as well. Some of these are really detailed and beautiful. Look at that. Then we got that one as well. And we've got the different hands as well. Currently he's got 2 flat hands on, so I'm going to take one of those away and put something different on. You know me, I like to have different hands. So let's go ahead and give him... Yeah, I'm going to change it to these grabby hands. Grabby hands. So pop one off, pop one on. There we go. Yeah, that's better. It's like I always say, you don't walk around doing the same pose with both your hands. You don't walk around like this in life. You know, your hands are relaxed, they do different things. So that, like that, looks more realistic now to me. So I'm going to be really gentle with this because some of the articulation feels a bit seized up at the minute. Especially these elbows. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So, we have got the head on a ball joint, so you can crunch that around. Be very careful, because these little bolts just stick into the neck. And I've heard a lot of people say that they've sheared them off, or they've broken them already. So, please be please be careful. You can rotate them around at a waist swivel there. I don't believe there's an abdomen crunch on this figure, or it's hidden by that coat. But yeah, there don't look to be any form of crunch there. But we can swivel him around. His legs do lift out. It's a NECA figure, so they are going to create that shorter shape. And then forwards, backwards. There are single hinge knees that also rotate, and the feet are on rocker and pivot there. Our elbows do move in like so, like I've just shown you, and you can lift the arms up as well as out. And the hands are on ball joints. So always be really careful with the NECA figures. They can break so easily. And I've seen a lot of people break these figures like on the internet and stuff. So always hold the joints, and when you're bending them for the first time, make sure you hold both pieces. And I always put my thumb into the hinge and push, and that tends to just help rotate it round without putting too much stress on the figure and on that little peg, especially if they're on the stiff side. So we did get some new cuffs with these. So these are the same sort of ones we got with the Jada figures one. Let's see how this one opens up to get the... Do they not open? These ones don't open. Oh, the Jada ones have won already? I'm sorry, but the Jada ones actually have like an open part where you can open them. These don't open. These are just locked in place. So to get these on, we're going to have to remove the hand, slide that over his wrist, pop the hand back on, and then push that back to the wrist. That's how you're going to get them on. You're really not going to be able to do it any other way. That's a little bit on the annoying side. The Jada ones didn't do that. Anyway. The figure itself, though, is really awesome. I do love this figure so much. I'm going to take the little cuff back off. I won't be using that with this one then. I'll have this guy cuffless. I can use the chains on the other one I've got. My only other thing with this figure is this part here, this part of his arm here doesn't move. That should rotate. They should be two separate pieces, and that should rotate along with the hand, because when you move your hand, you don't just move your wrist, this part of the arm moves with it. So I'm saying, so if you move your hand to give it the old, I'm going to do the lurching pose, this part of the hand's still at the angle where your hand would be like that. So it feels like his hand should never be out of that position, if that makes sense. Same with the other one. They're both in that position. It looks weird when you change the hands around, like if you put his hand like that, it just that's not how your arm works. So that annoys me a little bit. But guys, let's head on down to the desk cam and take an up-close personal look at Frankie. So let's head on down to the desk cam. So guys, here he is out of the packaging, looking absolutely awesome. Like I say, I do love this figure a lot. Don't get me wrong, I have made a few criticisms, but I still love it. It's still a Frankenstein, based on the original 1930s, black and white movie with Boris Karloff. It's just a perfect representation of that. I love the fact that it comes with the flowers. He's got his little flowers. Not that I'm ever going to use them, but I love the fact that it comes with them. Isn't that the scene where he's on the embankment down by that lake and he's with that little girl? And doesn't he, like, pick them and then throw her in the water? If I remember rightly. I remember a bit where doesn't he just scoop her up and chuck her in the lake? I remember something like that for some reason. It's been a long time since I've seen the black and white one, but yeah. I have got the box set of all the Universal Monsters movies. I need to dig that out, I think. I definitely want to dig it out, actually, before I do The Bride of Frankenstein, because I do not remember that film whatsoever. But yeah, I'm loving how this figure looks. Because it's black and white as well, I'm not sure. I just think it has a lot more personality because of the black and white. You don't get many black and white figures like this. So let's go ahead and pop that head off, first of all. Be careful when you're popping the head off as well, because of these little bolts, like I say. A lot of people I've seen sheared them off by accident. We'll pop that head on. So we've got this head as well, which it looks like he's laughing. I kind of like that. It's kind of a cool little pose. Yeah, I like that. That's a good sculpt. And again, pop that one off. And we do have this one as well. I don't know what that face is, but I like it. Like I think his best Elvis impression. But I think we'll stick with good old faithful neutral. Yeah. Love him. Even when you've not really posed him up, he still looks like he's animated, you know what I mean? Like he's lurching forward there. You can have him looking around and stuff. I just love how it looks. It's a great fig. What do you guys think on this one? Is it going to be one that you're going to be getting for your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have enjoyed this video today, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Right, guys, let's head on back to the main cam now and finish off this video. Guys, what are your thoughts on this figure? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's review, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribing really supports us, it really helps out and helps us to keep making awesome videos. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, happy Halloween.